Okay, Julia. Julia, you are funny without trying to be funny. She is one of the easiest people to talk to and has endless amount of knowledge about movies and music. Julia, from you, I have learned that life is supposed to be fun, and there doesn't always have to be a plan for things to be right. Anything can be a memory. Next, Lauda. Lauda, to be able to understand Lauda to the fullest, you need multiple weeks to understand the different layers of her personality. They all add up to form one of the strongest, bravest, cleverest, and kindest women I have ever met. Lauda, from you, I have learned that there is a balance between having a heart that is so sweet and eager to help, while also having a voice of your own. Andres. Andres is a hard worker. He will always do everything to the best of his ability. Whenever I needed help with schoolwork, I would always go to Andres. He truly does have a heart of service. And you, Andres, have taught me to be outrageously generous, not with worldly wealth, but also with my time and heart. Next, Ale. Ale is an ambitious learner. If you know him, you'll see him every day, probably learning a different hobby or practicing a different skating move or playing ping pong. Ale, from you, you have a different level of determination. You have taught me to try new things and try to do good at it, because why not? Ella is a ray of sunshine whenever she walks into the room. She is a constant reminder to let your inner child be alive, and showing the world that vulnerability and warmth is such a huge asset as we step into the new world. Ella, you have taught me how to get out of my comfort zone and do things in the moment. And also, if you didn't know, you should support Ella Bakes. She makes great cookies. Next, Nadia. Nadia is like an encyclopedia. She has endless knowledge about any topic in the world, and conversations with her are always interesting. If you're ever in the need of a wild story, hit up Nadia, because she will definitely surprise you. You, Nadia, have taught me to take in all perspectives and live a life full of grit and determination. Next, Ambar. Ambar is extremely competitive in every activity she participates in. If I was asked to point a finger to the most vivacious person in class, it would be you. You have taught me to laugh big, smile bigger, and refuse to allow negativity push us down in this world. Javier. Javier is the type of person you feel accomplished after getting him to smile, like now. His comments in class always are surprising, and they always have everyone laughing. Javier, you have taught me that being intelligent, witty, and social are all possible if you put your mind to it. Next, Joseph. Joseph has the amazing ability to remain above all nice to everyone he meets. I feel like we underplay that word a lot, but to be truly nice in this day and age is getting rarer and rarer. But it shows so clearly in who Joseph is. I have learned from you, Joseph, that genuine goodwill calls people forward and creates real connections because of you. Next, Giacomo. What a legend. Giacomo knows what's important in the world, and he was not afraid to speak up when he feels necessary. He's incredibly authentic, which is really refreshing and inspiring for those around him. From you, Giacomo, I've learned that knowing who you are and being confident in yourself makes you a force to be reckoned with. Next, Alex. Alex is one of the most intentional people I've ever met. She genuinely sees every person and seeks to know and understand who they really are. She pushes people to be better versions of themselves by challenging and encouraging them. Alex, you have taught me that everyone has a story that deserves to be respected and heard. Anna. If you ever have the opportunity to hang out with Anna, do it because it's some of the most hilarious moments that will stick with you and make you laugh months after it happened. Her ability to switch to goofy and lighthearted to tender and affectionate might give you whiplash, but it's an absolute joy to be around. You have taught me that nothing creates a better memory than sharing good times and a good story with others. And Emily, I would compare Emily to a chihuahua, where they often forget its size and bark as if they're 10 times bigger than they really are. She is feisty and intense, but has the power to sit down and be invested in a conversation whenever it piques her interest. Emily, you have taught me that there is purpose in articulating yourself, and you don't have to shout over the noise to be heard. I would say Santi is a large part as to why our class is so unified today. He is constantly looking out for each other in our class, and even though he doesn't have to. And he wants to include everybody. He protects his people, and he really loves to love and to be loved. Santi has taught me how to be a person in this world. He has taught me to be a good friend and how to have your person and stay by them through thick and thin. So, this is my class, and I love him very much. And hopefully I have given you a snapshot of what our class is like and why it's so special and different. More than anything, I would say I've grown together and we have been able to hold each other up through everything. Our class is made up of some good kids. I could never ask for a better group to grow up with. The biggest reminder I have of God's love is seeing how He placed each and every one of you guys in my life. And I hope that we can look back at this time and remember the bond the 15 of us share. All I can say now is follow your dreams, and thank you.
Ida!